Now, some people say that I was homosexual in my last life, especially because of the Gospel of John, talking about the disciple that I loved. But this was not in a homosexual way. This was in the sense that he was my best buddy, just the same as a father loves his son, a mother loves her daughter. Sometimes you have a best friend that you love more than anybody else. For me, we got each other's jokes. We had a deep understanding. We knew when each other was sad or happy. This is what it was. It was not homosexuality. Homosexuality is an abomination to God. Now, technically, homosexuality is not against the law if it is consensual between two well-informed adults with full understanding and full honesty. Me, myself, I was influenced by many people who identified as being homosexual as I grew up as a human. I knew some great and inspiring people who engaged in homosexuality. And I was open to viewing homosexuality as a personal choice, not against the law. God, however, has shown me otherwise, teaching me the reality that homosexuality has got its foundation in weakness. It can be seen as similar to masturbation, but with others. Masturbation is technically not against the law if it is done in private. However, it is the pastime of the weak-willed, the misled, the impatient. True love and heavenly love is between man and woman. Some great people have engaged in homosexuality and identify as homosexual. But God has warned me to warn you all not to underestimate the evil within homosexuality. And the more I see how fake and superficial it is. There is a lot of hidden violence, infidelity, and traumatic despair is widespread within homosexuals and homosexual communities. This is something that the homosexual community try to hide. If you look at the suicide rate and the early death rate, you see that it is a lifestyle fraught with distress and despair. Many innocent young minds and great minds have had their lives ruined, devastated by such activity. This is not because of discrimination, as many people who engage in homosexuality will claim. If discrimination and oppression caused such despair and horror, the suicide rate for women would be much greater than that of men. The discrimination of women is many times worse than it is for men. Yet the suicide rate among men is much higher. God has warned me to warn you all to come out of it. If you do not, you accept the consequences and choose a life that has no God, neither her promises nor his protections. If you continue with homosexuality, then I warn you, do it in private. Do not try to influence young minds or vulnerable minds into a life that is full of distress, trauma, suicide, and despair. If you do, you risk the wrath, the fury, the disdain and isolation from God, and also from those who wish to protect children and the vulnerable from your influence. Any acts perpetuated on vulnerable or not fully developed minds can incur the abyss, or in the case of rape, the removal from the realm of water, the realm of life. The fact is, a human is not fully mature until around 20-21 years. Human youth may engage in romance before this age, but I warn you, do not engage in any serious sexual activity like intercourse where you can bring a child into the world. And do not try to influence anyone underneath this age to engage in any kind of lifestyle which is not wholesome, which is not true love.